Alrighty friends, well today we're going to be taking a look at this here Firefly FFGD45. So this is a all solid wood construction acoustic guitar made by Firefly. I'm going to put all their, information on the bottom down there. But yeah, we got solid rosewood back and sides. We got solid Sitka spruce top. It's a beautiful guitar. It's become my #1 acoustic. So let me just go over some of the specs and then let's get into some of the sounds. So this guitar is Firefly's take on the Martin D45. We're looking at 25.5-inch scale length, 1 5/8 inch nut, beautiful rosewood face on the headstock. We got abalone binding all the way around the headstock, the body, abalone inlays, just absolutely gorgeous guitar. When we get to the top, you can even see a little bit of bear claw there as well. The scalloping and the bracing on the inside is just absolutely beautiful. You'll see as we pan over some of that. But let's get into some of the sounds. So let's talk a little bit about bracing. So here you'll see some interior shots. On the left is a shot I took, and on the right is an actual Martin D45. You can see how similar they are. The quality on the Firefly really is shocking, especially from this angle. The quality of the craftsmanship really is a cut above. It's kind of shocking. Here's another angle. So this is a little bit farther back. And you can definitely see that there's a little bit more bracing as far as reinforcement around the sides on the Martin as opposed to the Firefly here. But again, the more vibration gets transmitted to the top, the louder the guitar is, and I do think that that contributes to some of the volume that you hear. And then right here we have the final angle. And it looks a little bit different here. There's two supports on the bottom of the D35. And again, that the bracing is used to brace the top in order to control the vibration. So I do think that using a little bit less bracing is going to give you more volume. Pretty freaking cool picture of the Martin on the left though. And the picture on the right was taken by Miguel over at Firefly Fans. Miguel Santos, definitely check him out. So let's talk about some of the competition. Here we got the Martin D10E. This is their very cheapest all-solid offering, and you'll see over here that we got, dreadnought shape, Sitka spruce top, and sapele for solid side and back. Here we have the Alvarez MD60, and again we're looking at mahogany as far as what the solid back and sides are. It's really kind of crazy when you're looking at the Firefly spec sheet. Next we got the Yamaha FG3. And again, here we're looking at, mahogany, although this does have a torrefied top, which is artificially aged, and you can see some of the specs right here on that. I personally have an AC3M that I love, and then finally we have the Recording King. It's the RD328, and this is the first guitar out of all of them that has rosewood, and we're looking at $1,000 here, and that's the next closest competition. So really, in my opinion, this guitar has no competition. Well, so what are my conclusions on this beautiful guitar? Man, I'm blown away. I don't think you could spend $400 better on an instrument, period, anywhere. Previous to this, my Yamaha AC3M was my main acoustic guitar. I brought it out to gigs and everything, and this has replaced it. I'd say the Yamaha still plays better. I prefer the feel of it, but this sounds better in every respect. Finger picking, strumming, flat picking, it doesn't matter. This guitar is superior sound-wise in every single way to that $1,100 guitar. Firefly isn't always offering solid, offerings. There's a couple guitars on the website right now you guys can check out, but once in a while they'll have some offerings. I think they got a couple mahogany, D18 copies up there. You guys should definitely swipe up before they're gone. All right, well, it's been nice.
Adios, Earthlings.